Hi all, I'm Dr. D. Madhavi. In the last session, we are discussing about loops in C programming language. We demonstrated the while loop using an online compiler. So in this session, we again discuss another type of loop, that is for loop, and demonstrate a for loop using an online compiler. So eating chips from a packet is a repetition, right? One chip at a time. Similarly, shopping, buying products from one shop at a time is a repetition. Similarly, taking an exam, you have to answer several questions, and several questions are to be answered one question at a time. So that is a repetition. So repetition requires a loop structure in any programming language. So in the last class, we discussed about the while loop, and a variation of while is do while. So first do keyword will be there, and then the body of the loop will be there, and at the end the testing condition, while test condition will be there, terminated by a semicolon. So that is the syntax for this do while. So do some statements, statement 1, statement 2, and so on. Close the braces, that is the body repetition body is completed. Now you have to check the test condition. So for that, while you can keep any test condition here, terminated by semicolon. So this is the syntax of do while statement. So coming to the next type of loop, that is a for loop. And in for loop, you are going to give the starting condition, initial range, and then this is the final limit. So this is the lower limit and this is the upper limit. Both these ranges will be specified, and then you have to give the repetitive statements inside this body and for. So this is the parts of loop. Initialization of the counter will be there, and the repetitive steps or actions that are to be performed will be in this body, and updating the counter value will be there, and then the test condition to check whether the condition is met or not. So these are the parts of any loop. Similarly for loop also. So this is the syntax of a for loop. This for is a keyword, and within this braces, 3 components are there. That means these are the 3 separate statements. So they are terminated with a semicolon. So here this is the index variable or counter, what we call earlier. So it is an integer. You can define directly in a for loop like this, or you can define or declare this declare I outside the for loop also, or you can declare I within the for loop also. There is a provision like this. So this is the step 1 statement, that is initialize counter. So we are initializing the index variable I to 0. And then the next statement is the test expression. So here you are testing the actually the limit of repetition. So this is called the test condition, and this is the body. So this is the step 3. It execute the loop body if test result is true. This test result, if it is true, then the steps in this body will be executed. And this is step 4. So after this one, again this will be incremented. I plus plus meaning means what? It is an increment operator. So I is equal to I plus 1. So initially it is 0, 0 plus 1. Now I new value is equal to 1. So this new value will be tested again in the test condition. If it evaluates to true, then only it goes to the next step. What is the next step? Do the work. So whatever repetition you want for the set of statements, that will be carried out. And then what is the next step? Incrementation step. You can increment or decrement depending upon, if you take a maximum value here, you have to decrement. So here it is a minimum value, so you are incrementing to reach this test condition. So at one time or the other, this test condition should fail and you should come out of this for loop in order to carry out the next instructions in the program. So now I would like to demonstrate the for loop using an online compiler with a sample program. So I already typed the program in the online compiler. So this program aim is to print a multiplication table. See here, there are 2 slashes here, parallel lines. So this is also used for as a comment line along with the slash followed by asterisk and terminating with asterisk and slash. This is also an equivalent one, but this is used only for a single line comment. If you want multiple lines, you have to use the previous comment type. So this is your preprocessor statement. It includes the header file stdio, and this is your main function. It returns nothing, so there is no return statement here. So void indicates it returns nothing. The return type is void, means it returns nothing. And you are declaring this integers j and n, and you are passing a message onto the monitor using the printf statement. Input the number, which table you want to calculate. That number you have to input. And using the scanf, you simply take the input from the user and store it in the address of n. So n indicates the number for which the multiplication table is to be generated. And this is the printf statement just to generate a new line to beautify the output. And here we are using a for statement for repeating this step. So this is the starting of the for block and ending of the for block. So in between there is only one statement. If there is only one statement, you need not use these braces, but it is a good practice to use braces even though there is one statement. So the statement indicates the value n. So this is the percentile d for this n. This n value will be substituted here. So suppose if I want 5 table, n value will be 5 and 5, and this is the symbol for into, and j value is the index variable. So we start with 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, like that, right? So this acts as 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10, because we are giving this as 10. If you give 20, you can generate a multiplication table for 20. And this is the computation. This is the expression n into j. You are just performing here. You are using asterisk for multiplication. N
into j you are performing, and this value will be substituted at this third percentile day. And a new line is generated because on each line you have a multiplication row. So like that, for all the 10 digits, it will be printed. Whenever it exceeds 10, it will come out of the for loop. Okay. Now, I would like to give the custom input as 5 and run this program. So here the program is completed. Okay. You can view the program output here. The input is 5 and 5 into 1, because the same structure is given in the control string here like this. So here the value is substituted into value is substituted is equal to value is substituted. This expression value is substituted here. So in the same pattern here also, 5 into 1 is equal to 5, 5 into 2 is equal to 10, 5 into 3 is equal to 15, and so on. 5 into 10 is equal to 50. So the fifth multiplication table is generated. So this is how we use a for loop with the 3 statements inside, okay, for performing a loop, a repetition. So thank you. In the next session, we are going to discuss about array.